In an extraordinary turn of events, the International Court of Justice, the highest tribunal of the United Nations, is putting Israel's control over the Palestinian territories under the microscope. This historic legal case seeks to scrutinize Israeli policies in the West Bank, Gaza Strip, and East Jerusalem since 1967, a saga that began with the capture of these regions by Israeli forces after a clash with Arab neighbors. This legal inquiry was born out of a UN General Assembly resolution passed in 2022, which called for the court's expert opinion on this contentious issue. A staggering number of over 50 nations are engaging in these hearings, which are set to unfold throughout the week. This past Tuesday, representatives from 10 countries took to the podium, launching severe criticisms against Israeli settlement policies. These policies, human rights groups argue, perpetuate systemic racial discrimination and apartheid. In the West Bank, it is alleged that millions of Palestinians are denied the same political and civil rights as their Israeli counterparts, while Gaza has been grappling with an economic blockade for years. South Africa, embarking on a separate case accusing Israel of violating the Genocide Convention during its conflict with Gaza, made a compelling argument. They asserted that Israel's actions constitute an extreme form of apartheid, surpassing even the apartheid experienced in their own nation. Their appeal to the court was simple: pressure Israel into granting concessions to the Palestinians for a just settlement. Both Saudi Arabia and Djibouti joined the chorus of condemnation against Israeli policies, spotlighting racial and systematic discrimination against Palestinians. The Palestinian delegation, amplifying these voices, painted a picture of enduring colonialism and apartheid. Their plea to the international community was clear: uphold international law and guarantee a just peace. Meanwhile, the United States is expected to rise to Israel's defense during the proceedings, notwithstanding Israel's absence. Citing the hearing's lack of legitimacy, they stand alongside Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's office, which has called the hearing an encroachment on Israel's right to self-defense against existential threats. Once the hearings have concluded, the court will deliver a non-binding opinion that could have limited legal repercussions. In a recent ruling, the ICJ urged Israel to curb its offensive in Gaza, which has led to a substantial number of casualties and displacement. Yet, Israel's readiness for further military action in Gaza suggests a limited adherence to the court's directives. The implications of the court's decision could be profound for the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. A ruling against Israel could bolster the Palestinian cause on the international stage and possibly instigate a shift towards a more balanced negotiation process. Conversely, a ruling in favor of Israel could embolden its stance and further solidify its control over the contested territories. Either way, the court's decision will undoubtedly set a precedent for future international disputes and possibly redefine the boundaries of international law.